When a man makes the decision to enter the seminary and begins the formation process of becoming a priest, his life will begin to change in a dramatic way. God will strengthen, prune, and purify him all along the road to ordination. But before any man is a priest, he is first a son in a family into which God places him for a distinct reason. That original family life and its experiences will shape and define this man for the rest of his life, teaching him the lessons of sacrifice, of love, and of compassion long before seminary life and the priesthood form him in these things. Parents may have imagined a different future for their son, and they can become nervous about what the future holds for him. So we decided to ask the parents of seminarians and priests how they handled this time of transition for their son. Please join us as we continue to explore the gift of the priesthood.
It was over Easter weekend when he came home, and he asked if he could talk to, his father and I. Then he said, "I think I have a calling to the priesthood." It wasn't where I thought, where did this come from? It just felt comfortable, like, yes, that is a good fit for you.
Our position was to give everybody an education and let them do what they wanted to do. And if you wanted to be a priest, fine, go do it, but be a good one.
He was really about as normal of a kid as there was. Loved sports. Baseball, he loved baseball. It was probably his favorite sport.
Yeah, he was definitely the leader of the family, the kids. And I think, as we went into high school, he's just like any other high school kid, gave us our share of struggles and, and nights where we had long talks with him. He did maintain his prayer life. I mean, we always went together to church as a family, but there was nothing extraordinary until late in college, and I think that's when God started to call him.
Lived right across the street from St. Martin's in Cheviot, so church was easy to go to. We usually all went together, me and Brian and Jason. Jason was a kind of a fun kid. He did all the things that kids did, played sports, chased the young girls around and stuff. He was pretty popular with with his classmates and stuff.
I feel that he was just your normal boy. I really didn't see a whole lot of this vocation priest thing. Maybe when he was little he would talk about it. Jason came to us one day and he wanted to know if Jim and I were home alone because he wanted to talk to us, and we just figured that it was about him getting married. But he told us he was going to the seminary. We were shocked. At least I was.
As I look back, I think he always wanted to attend Mass with me. He always wanted to serve anytime there was a server that they needed a fill-in server. He was ready to do that, and that's I don't know. Maybe it was the Holy Spirit just saying, just be comfortable, and it's going to be okay.
I think in adoration at one point he had revealed this. He had said, God, you are really just going to have to be very blatant with me if you want me to go this path. And God gave him 3 very clear signs.
He actually got happier, or more, I'm going to say self-content. He just had a certain demeanor about him that, he did seem to be a happy person.
The primary change, though, was he's far more joyful. And there's a sincere joy, and you see that whenever we see him. It's just, he radiates joy.
He still has the fun-loving Chris there, and the joy is just incredible that we see within him now that I don't think we really saw before. He was always happy and had a good time, but there's just a true inner joy and just a love for everything that he does.
I think it's a blessing beyond words, and as having a priest in our family now, we have our own personal priest, which is just, I can't tell you how exciting or what a blessing it is.
The hardest one, the memory that I don't think I'll ever forget, is after his first Mass, he had several people that he thanked and recognized, and then all of a sudden he says, and now the hard one. And at the time I was thinking, what is he doing? Because I had no clue. And he had a bouquet of roses that he picked up, and he said, on your ordination day, the Blessed Mother becomes your mother, and you are no longer a son of your mother. And he said, so I have this bouquet of roses for you to say thank you. So that was one of the hardest ones of the whole ordination that I can remember.
The only advice I have, and this is the policy that we took into our family, is it is basically his calling. Mom and Dad should support it. It's not Mom's calling, it's not Dad's calling, but it is their calling. Don't force your own wishes on your son when he has made a fairly big commitment for the rest of his life.
Just don't push one way or the other. Just if that's what they feel like they need to do, then just pray for them and be with them through it, support them. But don't push one way or the other. That would be probably our biggest advice.
Sometimes I wonder why God would pick me to be the father of a priest. And I really feel honored, to have that distinction. They say, boy, you must really feel good that you have a son that's a priest. And I'm like, yeah, that's just one of the greatest things you could ever imagine.